personal development. And, it's interesting. My story, I'll tell you real quick. When I was 27 years old, I'd gone to college, I got a degree, and then I went and got a regular, well, not a regular job, but I got a low paying job because I didn't think I was worthy of getting something that was high paying. It was not that I wasn't talented. As the years went on, it became very obvious that the amount of millions of dollars went in my bank account that I was indeed talented. However, I didn't think I was talented. I don't know if you've ever seen the picture on the internet of the little tiny kitten who looks into a full-length mirror and sees back the reflection of a roaring lion. It's so inspiring. Well, for me, it was the opposite. I was the lion who saw in the mirror when I looked at myself, a little kitten. Now, here's the thing. That's true for a lot of people. That's true for people that are on this phone tonight. It is so sad how many people are earning so much less than you're possible, living a life that's so much smaller than what you're capable of. And it's mostly because you don't see you the way you should. See, here's the thing. Why would anyone else pay you a lot of money if you don't see yourself as being worth a lot of money? Why would your boss do that? Why would a potential client do that? I'm a public speaker. The best public speakers in the world get anywhere from $100,000 right now, 100,000 euros, to $250,000 euros for one talk. Some people even get up to €1,000,000 for one talk. And most people, 99.9% of people that are trying to become public speakers will do their speech for 500 euros. They'll do it for free. They'll do it for 1,000 euros because they look in the mirror and they do not see the lion. They do not see what they're capable of. So at 27 years old, I went to a seminar. And I didn't go to this 3-day seminar so I could get personal development. I went to the seminar so I could make money. The guy who was doing the seminar was earning over 100,000 US dollars a month. And he was in the business I was in, and he was doing a training, teaching other people who wanted to know what he was doing, how he was doing it. So I went there strictly to make money. When I went to that seminar, he taught me everything I expected to learn about how to invite, how to present, how to close, how to train, how to do all the how-tos he taught me. What I didn't understand, because we don't know what we don't know, when you're driving in your car and there's a spot when you're trying to move up and you look over your shoulder, in most cars, there's what's called a blind spot. It's a little tiny area where you can't really see what's there. And it can be very dangerous if you make a move over and there's already a car coming. So that blind spot in a car is the expression, but what about the blind spots in your life? My blind spot, and many people's blind spot, is they don't know what personal development is. They don't even have a clue what it is. So let me be more clear with you. This company is designed to have you live a championship life, to live life at the highest level. And we're not just talking about making money. Will making a lot of money help you? Yes. Zig Ziglar said, one of the greatest sales trainers, one of the greatest personal development teachers of all time, said, money isn't everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. So if you're one of those people like I used to be when I was right out of college and you're like, man, I don't want to play the money game. Money's not a big deal to me. Let me tell you something. That's a little naive. The quality of the neighborhood, the safety of the neighborhood you live in has something to do with money. The quality of the medical care you can afford has something to do with money. A lot of things in life have something to do with money. Now, can you have a lot of money and still be miserable? Absolutely, because you have no personal development. Because if you have a whole bunch of money and you're chasing money, and some of you may be able to relate to this on this call right now, and for whatever reason, you and your family never had money, so you said, okay, I want to have money because that's going to make my life better. Yes, but if you made it the main thing, in the Bible, it doesn't say money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. Wow, is that a big distinction? So the point is very simple, that we will share with you how to make a lot of money. But the more important thing is we will also share with you how to have healthy boundaries. So if you're one of those A-type personalities who money is everything to you, then we will still share with you the blend of having a good family life and having good relationships and enjoying yourself and not working 24/7. The concept of work hard, play hard, the concept of being a master in the art of living. All those types of things will work on you having health. Here's the other thing, guys. Health is one of those things that no one cares about. We don't think about it. We put no energy until we don't have good health. Then all of a sudden it becomes the most important thing in our life. So I'll tell you, for example, I spend between $25,000, $35,000 every single year, and I have now for quite some time. I'm sitting here at 62 years old, and if you look at my blood work and everything that they measure health on, I'm much healthier at 62 than a lot of people in their 30s or 40s. So it's not by mistake, it's by design. It has a lot to do with what you put in your body. Think about if you had a Ferrari and you put garbage gasoline in it, that would affect your Ferrari's ability to perform at its highest level. So it's food consumption, it's movement / exercise, it's all sorts of different things. It's stress management. How many have a little bit of stress in your life? How many have a lot of stress in your life? So things like meditation, learning how to breathe properly, all these things that most of us don't know, because mom and dad didn't teach us. They sure don't teach them in schools. So therefore, if you go through your life and you don't find somebody who shares this with you, or you don't come across a book or a video or a seminar where we learn these things, for me, it was a live seminar. So that live seminar opened up the door and I was like, wow, there's more to this. Then I started reading all kinds of books, Think and Grow Rich, The Power of Positive Thinking, How to Win Friends and Influence People. As the years went by, I read things like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read all of these books, hundreds of books on the shelves behind me. I'm not going to, but there are hundreds of books and I've read them all, because the bottom line is, if someone spent 25, 30 years mastering something and they took a couple of years to write it in a book, and I can read that book in less than a week and to have all of their knowledge they gathered in 25 or 30 years, how crazy would it be not to read a book? But let me tell you, 27-year-old Mark had gotten out of college and was sick and tired of having to read books and take tests. So 27-year-old Mark decided, I'm never going to read another book. How off track is that compared to what I just told you? Some of the wealthiest, successful people that are billionaires state on the record they read 3 or 4 books every week, because no matter how much knowledge you have, you can never have enough knowledge. So I got rid of that ridiculous way of thinking, but I wouldn't have got rid of it. I would have kept. Listen, Einstein said, if you keep doing the same things you've always done, keep getting the same things you've always got. If you do the same things, you get the same things in result. And anything that is outside of that way of thinking is the definition of insanity. If you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same result. So if I had never read a book after I graduated college, instead of reading hundreds of books by some of the most brilliant people in the world, would I be where I'm at? And the answer is absolutely not. And a lot of these books are about wealth and finances, but a lot of them are about all kinds of different things. How to control your thoughts and emotions, how to have a great relationship. I could go on and on and on. So here's the idea of our company. We have 4 pillars that we are going to do. Every live training that we do is going to revolve around these 4 main pillars to build your life. And the Bible says if you build your home, you need to build it on a rock. Why do you have to build your home on a rock? I don't know if you ever thought about that. Because the storm is coming. You're going to have storms in your life. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what a positive thinker you are. Me, myself, right now, have storms in my life. You're going to have storms in your life. But if you build your life on a solid foundation, the storms, while they're annoying, do not destroy any part of your life. So the 4 pillars are, first of all, financial. We are going to talk about earning money and spending money. You can't just learn about how to spend or make money. I don't know if you know this, 80% of people who win a lottery anywhere in the world have lost all of the money they made within 2 years. You need to learn how to spend money, what spending ratios are. I'm not going to get into it right now, but there's earning and there's spending. So we'll talk a lot about that. Second thing we're going to talk about for sure is physical. We just alluded to it, your physical health. Being healthy, not just having a lot of years in your life, but having a lot of life in your years. Being vibrant, being healthy, not being like my dad who lived to 94 years old, but after 75 years old, he pretty much wished he was dead every day because he was in so much pain. Everything was wrong with his body because he didn't pay any attention to it. So we're going to talk about physical. We're going to talk about earnings. The third thing we're going to talk about all the time is social. So social covers a lot of things, guys. It's your ability to control your thoughts and emotions. It's your ability to communicate with everyone, including your children, including your spouse, including your friends, including your customers, including your employees, including your employer, and on and on and on. Our ability to communicate, to be social, is one of the most critical and important things in our entire life. As a matter of fact, I would say it may be the most important pillar. I would say that, except the fourth pillar is spiritual. And again, I know there's some people who don't believe in God. That's cool. If you want to call it a higher power, the universe, whatever you want to refer to it as. But, I think Tony Robbins said, to say there is no God is to say that a dictionary is the result of an explosion in a print factory. How in the world, think about what I just said. There's an explosion in a printing press, and all of a sudden, boom, a perfect book appears with all these words, with all these definitions. The odds of that happening by mistake are very, very slim. So we will talk about having a balanced spiritual life. And I'm telling you guys, if you're not doing that, that to me is the absolute key foundation. And again, I'm not espousing any religion. You may not, myself, I'm not a religion. I don't believe in religion. Religions are all man-made. Some people are Catholic, some people are Jewish, some people are Protestant, some people are Muslim. That's fine. Whatever you want to be, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I believe in God. I have a one-to-one relationship with God, and I'm just sharing you that we will bring to you these incredible principles. As a matter of fact, in Unstoppable, one of the main things we're going to talk about is how for you to develop wisdom. In Proverbs, when David is teaching his son Solomon, and King Solomon apparently was the wisest man in the history of the world. He was also, ironically, the richest person in the history of recorded history. So King Solomon was taught by his dad, and the main thing he taught him, imagine if you were teaching your kids this: seek wisdom above all things. Now, here's what's crazy. Wisdom is getting information, but I've always said this, learning something is not power. Knowledge is not power. Everyone's like, knowledge is power. No, it's not. When you apply the knowledge, that's when it becomes power. That's when it becomes wisdom. So one of the main things that happened to me in my life is, and this is something I learned from a mentor of mine that I pay right now to do one-on-one coaching with. So again, imagine how good he is. If someone like myself, who's trained over millions of people all around the world in person, helped well over 100 people become millionaire or $1 million earners, helped many, many, many thousands and thousands of people become 100,000 plus a year earners. So I've got a coach. Imagine how good this guy is. And one of the main things he asked me when I first met him was, who taught you how to think? Stop for a minute and think about that. Most people, think about your phone. When you get your phone, your brand new phone, there's a lot of things on your phone that are preset. That's called default settings. Most people live their life on default settings. I learned how to go into my life, like you go into your phone and change all the settings based upon what I want my phone to do. Well, that's a great thing to do on your phone. Imagine doing it with your life. So I don't live by default. I live by design. So does Stavros, so does George, so does Monaco, so do many of the people that have got you on tonight to find out about this event we're doing in Romania, our first event ever. How cool would it be for you to be at our first event ever? And I'm telling you what, guys, we are going to create a phenomenon. We are going to create an army of tens of thousands, eventually hundreds of thousands, and then ultimately millions and tens of millions of people all over the world, because there's nobody who has any ambition in their life who doesn't want to get this information. Our goal is to teach you how to achieve greatness in virtually every aspect of your life. In finances, yes, but also with your family, also with your health, also with your spiritual life. With everything you could possibly imagine, it's going to fit under one of those four pillars. So again, that's a lot what's happening. So for me, I told my mentor, this new mentor, exactly who taught me how to think. It was a mentor. You know, in Proverbs, I just got done telling you that King Solomon, the wisest person in the world, learned from somebody else. He learned from King David. So it's amazing that even though Solomon exceeded what his father had his results, he had to learn from somewhere. So who is your spiritual father? Who is your financial father? Who is the person who's guiding you down a path? Because if you don't have someone who taught you how to think, then you 100% are thinking by default. And nobody is going to become incredibly successful in anywhere of life thinking by default, especially now, the way the world is now. Do you not look around the way the world is now? Do you not look at average people right now and go, my gosh, what in the world are you thinking? So we're going to create a tsunami of momentum, guys. It's going to be unbelievable. The only thing I regret is we were only able to get a venue that fit 700 people at this first event. It's already got many of those tickets are sold. So here's what's going on. The event is going to be done in March. Let me make sure I get the exact correct dates so we give you the right dates. So it's the last weekend of March, the 24th, 25th, and 26th. It's going to be in Bucharest, Romania. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be the lead trainer there. However, I'm going to be joined by a gentleman named Robert Kiyosaki. I'm sure many of you have heard of the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And man, you talk about a time in the history. I don't know if you know what's going on right now. There's higher inflation worldwide than any other place. But anyone who's ever studied economy and studied wealth, more people get incredibly wealthy during bad economic times than any other time. Most people think it's during good economic times. That's not the case at all. This right now is the time where many people who have never had any level of wealth are going to achieve wealth. It's the biggest shift of power and wealth in the history of society since we've been living on this planet. It's taking place right now. Now, I know I can guide you down the right path if that's what you want to do, become wealthy during this window we have, because everything changes. This window will pass. We'll go back into a robust economy. I don't know if it'll be 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. It's going to happen. But the people who make a lot of cash right now, because you make money in real estate buying. So if all the prices go down, 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 imagine a year from now how bad the economy is going to be globally, and you have a ton of money. You can buy real estate. Man, when everything flips back to the way it should be, you're going to make a literal generational fortune. Same thing, by the way, when you're buying stock. Same thing with virtually everything is you want to have a bunch of money when things are going badly. So I'm going to teach you a lot. But Robert Kiyosaki, when I think that people can go to this event for the price they can go to, it astonishes me that not everyone is signing up. If you were to just see Robert Kiyosaki for 1 hour during this economic time of what's going on our planet, if you have one bone in your body that wants to be wealthy and successful, how you could pass up this opportunity is besides me. I don't care if you got to get on a plane and fly. I don't care if you have to walk there. This is an unbelievable opportunity for the remarkably low prices of what we're charging to get myself and Robert Kiyosaki in. We're going to have numerous other trainers, and we're all teaching to those 4 pillars. Those 4 pillars will be covered. And the concept is when you are done, you are walking down the path towards wisdom. And guys, once you're on the path towards wisdom, everything in your life is going to work better. That's as simple as it gets. So again, I am so proud of what we're doing. And I just wanted to come on tonight because tomorrow, about this time, the prices of the event are going to go up dramatically. So if you go to the website right now, you'll see our general admission ticket is €997 euros. And at that price, I think it's worth every single penny. I just got done telling you $997. Again, I think what we're doing is worth 5,000 euros. So to me, $997 is amazingly low price. However, right now, if you get to the person who got you on this phone, if they got you on this phone, they are one of our brand ambassadors. When we're done with this, get with them and get their discount code, because how many of you ever gone to a website and, you know, as you're buying something, you're checking out, you say it has a discount code. You don't have a discount code. It's like, shit, I don't have a discount code. Well, guess what? Right now, because these people invited you, you have a discount code. Now, many other people are going to buy this seminar without a discount code. And most discount codes give you like 10% off, which is cool. Right now, instead of our event being $997 until tomorrow at this time, so it's got to be an immediate action thing, you can get it for only $497. $497. That's 50% off for what I just described to you guys. So again, being on the road to acquiring wisdom, being able to spend an entire weekend with myself and Robert Kiyosaki, plus our guest trainers for $497, that is ridiculously low. And let me share this with you. If the $497 is a barrier, if it's a problem, if you're going, man, I really want to go, but geez, that's a lot of money, then you need this seminar more than you could possibly imagine. See, again, a sick person is going to pay more money for a drug to make them feel better than someone who isn't sick. So if you're in a situation, there's plenty of people coming to this event. I could name a bunch of people I know who are already signed up for this event, and they are already making a lot of money. Some of them are already making millions of dollars every year, and they're coming to learn to get more. If you're in a position where the $497, even if 50% off, that's a lot of money, then let me teach you something that Robert Kiyosaki learned from his rich dad. Robert Kiyosaki's poor dad used to always say, we can't afford it, we can't afford it, we can't afford it. Therefore, there were many things Kiyosaki and his family never did. His rich dad said, I refuse to let you say that phrase in front of me. In this family, we say, how can we afford it? Guys, many of you will go out and buy a flat screen TV. The holidays are coming up. You'll buy gifts for other people. Why don't you do yourself a favor and buy yourself the best gift you ever did? Because this gift, if you give it to yourself, can mean a year from now at Christmas, you could break the bank and spend more money for the people you love for Christmas than you've ever even dreamed was humanly possible. Or let's go back to what I said in the beginning. If you think the way you've always thought, you'll do the same things you've always done, and you'll keep getting the same things in return. And you can argue with that, but it's irrefutable. It's obvious. It's common sense. It's Albert Einstein, maybe the smartest person to ever walk the earth, but it's so obvious. We have to change what you think. Who taught you how to think? Let myself and Robert Kiyosaki teach you how to think for only $497. Figure it out, guys. You got 24 hours, because tomorrow the price is going up. For those of you who are like me and you enjoy a VIP experience, we also have a significant discount if you get a code on the VIP experience. Now, the VIP experience is going to sell out quickly. So again, that includes a cocktail party on Friday night with myself and Robert Kiyosaki, the other founders of the company, so on and so forth. So that's going to, and many other things. It's not just a cocktail party. You get preferred seating, you get all kind of cool stuff if you're a VIP. But I'm just sharing with you that this is a very, very, very unique opportunity for you to be able to grab your general admission seat if that's all you can do. And if there's any way in the world, for God's sakes, get the VIP deal. So again, if you're like I was way, way back when I was 27, and the only reason you would spend money to go to a seminar is to learn how to make a bunch of money from someone who's already doing it, good, we got you covered. And then by mistake, you'll learn exactly what we're saying. You're going to find out what your blind spot is. We're going to put you on the way to wisdom, and you're going to realize that it's so much more than just learning skills on how to make money. If you're already in that mindset and you already understand that money truly isn't everything, and being wise and really having life knowledge and learning universal success principles that absolutely work no matter what you're applying them to, if you already understand that, then again, this is a no-brainer. Do everything you do to get the VIP tickets before they sell out. But remember, when we're done here, you've got to get with the person. They can send you a link to the website, but you've got to get their discount code, or else you're going to end up paying full price. And now that you know there's a discount code and it's being offered to you, and you know how big the discount is, then obviously it would be crazy not to use it. So that's all I got right now, guys. I know you're all busy. I know you got a lot going on. I know, again, it's a Sunday night. I just wanted to share these precious few minutes with you. If for whatever reason you don't come to the event, well, at least you got this for free. But for those of you who said, man, this was in 20 minutes, we made an impact. Imagine what we could do in 3 full days. I'm telling you, when you're done with this event, any of the Life Mastery events, life will never be the same. Learn how to make our 4 pillars, the 4 pillars of your life. And I'm telling you, your life will never, ever be the same. So that's all I've got. I'm going to turn it back over to my partner, Stavros Zinanos, who I have so much deep respect for. Thank to all of you for getting on the phone, and take action right now. Do not wait until tomorrow. Go get that link, get that discount code, and get registered tonight. Thank you so much.
So guys, that's an alert call. That's a call that should wake up some of you, if not all of you. And we know in life, you don't get what you want, you don't get what you desire, you don't get what you dream of, you get what you do. And right now is the time that we got to distinguish, is the time that we got to differentiate the doers from the dreamers. I know that's an event that every single one of you should be there. I know that's an event that is going to change some lives. I know that this is an event that those of you that you will be there, you will remember forever. But I'm going to tell you this is just the beginning of what is coming for the future. So if you are ready to kick off 2023 strong, I'm going to repeat what Mark said. Just once you're done from this call, go and book that event. It's going to sell out. I promise you it's going to sell out. I know it's going to sell out. It's a matter of weeks. We are half the way there, and we are only 1 week after we announced the event, after we opened seats for that event. So if there is one thing that you want to do before you go to sleep tonight, go and ask the referral link from the person who invited you to this call. Book the event, and I will see you in Romania, Bucharest, 24 to 26 of March. See you there, guys. Thank you for attending the call. Let's rock and roll.